Hey guys, and welcome to this training on how to monetize your Instagram. So this is I was really excited about how many of you guys were like, yes, I want to know, which is great because it's actually a really important thing to understand in today's day and age where everyone's on social media. It's good to be able to use that to your advantage and turn, use it for your business, use it for your personal life, but not just go on social media to look at all the cool photos, but also if you can make money from it, even better, or use it to support your blog, your business, and things like that. So this is the method I'm going to show you today is a very simple method, but it's also one of the best methods at converting your followers and people that visit your profile into either subscribers or leads or customers for whatever your business model is. So and it all comes down to this link right here and understanding how to get people off of Instagram and onto your email list or in front of your product or your offer. Because one of the things that people like to do is they will actually go and spend money to acquire followers, but followers don't necessarily, followers are worth much less than a lead, right? And an email list is much more valuable than a list of followers to a certain extent. I mean, they have different functions, but when it comes to business, being able to build a business relationship with people, so they know that you sell things, that they know you have products or services that address their needs, is very valuable. So, and then also being able to have direct contact with those people, because one thing that people don't understand about social media is that Instagram owns this platform and Facebook owns Instagram, but you don't own your profile, you don't own your followers or any of that, right? Facebook and Instagram can shut you down whenever they want, however they want. If they go out of business, you get shut down as well, right? Or also one thing that happens is, if you guys remember Vine, is that social media platforms, they'll come and go, and that's just going to be the truth. Certain ones, they'll stay, but the format or that they're used will change. Like maybe there'll come a day where Instagram isn't used anymore because Facebook buys another one that people like more, and Instagram just fades into the background. Or or they combine platforms and stuff like that happens all the time, and will only continue to happen more and more as the digital age continues. So being able to leverage the power of a social media platform, but then also build a list, build an asset while doing so is extremely valuable. It's something that I wish I would have known earlier when I first started this journey, but it's something I know now, and it's something that I want more people to know. I have a lot of friends that are, from being out in LA, a lot of friends that models, actors, singers, artists, even entrepreneurs, business owners that struggle because they have a good following, but they don't know how to monetize it. They don't know how to make money from it, right? And they don't know how to build that asset. And what that asset does for you guys is it gives you leverage. So if you're doing anything on social media, if you can go to any brand or any company or any partnership and say, hey, not only do I have a great following on social media, people that love my stuff, that really like to listen to what I say, that share my content, but also I have a list of people that are active buyers. A list of 500, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 people that are active buyers that I have as well. It just makes you more marketable and more valuable. It also gives you leverage. So you're not at the whim of anyone else. You can create your own income, right? So it's very valuable to understand this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a process today on how you can figure out how to get people off your profile. And so the key thing to get people off your profile is actually in your profile. It's this link right here. So this link is the link displayed in your profile, and now you're able to, on some features, you're able to add a swipe up feature, and I'll show you that in my stories. But having this link and where this link goes, understanding the purpose of this link is essential for monetizing your followers. So I'm going to show you what to do. So I'll just show you this link right now that I have, and this link can be a lot of things. So it says I'm leaving Instagram, so I'm going to follow the link, and that'll happen sometimes, and that's something to pay attention, because that page that says you're leaving Instagram will slow people down. But what this link does is this goes to my website that I just built, and it's a simple website, and you can see it works for mobile. What a lot of people do is they send people directly to a website that's not mobile optimized and doesn't have any way to capture that person's information that goes there. So I have a few ways that I'm capturing this person's information, And I'll show you that when I exit out of this screen and go into the back end of this. But if you see, I have an initial button that says work with Dylan. So if anyone clicks on my profile and they want to work with me, I still need to build out this page, but they can click this button and work with me. The next thing they have is I actually have a lead magnet, something I'm giving away people for free, right here. And all they have to do is click this button. So click the button, and then I have a form where I can capture their name and email address and send them the guide. So then I know they're interested in learning how to run Facebook ads, and I also have the ability to contact them. So they're giving me that permission. So I can then follow up with a product or an affiliate offer, and this is the basic concept. And one thing that you notice is that this pop-up is very simple. It doesn't need to be complicated, and in fact it shouldn't be, because you're on your mobile phone. And a lot of times, I'm asking for name and email here. A lot of times you can just ask for an email address. Okay, so this is just my website. If you go down, I also have I have a video here, and I have another option: someone can buy something from me or get a copy of my book. Right, so that is where my link goes, and you can change the link depending on what your strategy is. But what I'm trying to do with this, why I have this link to my website, and perhaps if you followed me before, you may have seen I've had links to different things, but I'm trying to strategically take the attention from Instagram, because that's what it is. My followers, people on here, this is attention. It represents attention. I'm taking that attention from this platform, Instagram, and shifting it to my website, right? Shifting it to where I'm capturing information on the person via my email list, right? Or via pixels, and I'll show you those later. So that's kind of the concept behind it. So what I want you to do, depending on what your business is, you're gonna need to figure out, if you don't have a product to offer, that's okay. You can do affiliate products, so you don't necessarily need a product to offer in order to do this, right? If you have a blog, you don't need a product. You can just get people to subscribe to your blog via this link. But what you need to do is you need to figure out what's going on in your market. This is one of the things you do first, because then you get an idea of who's doing what, and you can start with the foundation already built, right? You don't have to create something new and be wondering, will this work? You can look at what other people are doing and see what works for them. So what I want you to do is go to the search bar and just search your niche. So I know a good niche is motivation, because people actively buy stuff in that. There's a lot of posts, and typically people in motivation or entrepreneurship, they understand marketing. That's why they're doing what they're doing, so that they have this concept applied. Now if you have a more obscure niche, or one that isn't as up to date on the digital marketing trends, that can be it can be tough at first finding examples to use, but also it means that there's less competition in there, and so you can leverage the powers of digital marketing strategies, which can really be applied to any industry for your niche. So if you get lost or you can't find something in your niche, then what you can do is you can go search niches that people know marketing, because this is what this is. This is marketing, and this is setting up marketing systems. So go to niches where like entrepreneurship, motivation, mindset, even sometimes with fitness. They have marketing systems set up. Look at what they're doing, look at their system, look at their process, and then apply your stuff to it. Right? So let's click on, let me just see, Motivation Mafia. Let's see what they have. So we have this, and it looks like they're actually promoting an offer. And I know this because through experience, but they have a link here, and this is Grow Your Instagram Following. So I'm gonna click this link. So this is what you wanna do. You wanna go to the profile and click the link, and you wanna pay attention to what the page looks like. And this is actually a long form page, and I've seen this on other stuff, but it's optimized for mobile, which is one thing that you have to have. And one of the key factors as well is what they call above the fold. And so you want your landing page. So this is a landing page. I'm going to show you how to build one of these landing pages, a simpler one for you guys to get started, how to build it so that it's optimized for your Instagram. But what they call is, so when you go here, you want to look at what's the offer, right? This is a new way to grow your Instagram. What kind of text, and how does the person get access to it? And you want that access to be above the fold. And so above the fold means what you see here, right? I don't have to scroll down to click the button. It's this button right here. So I can click it right here. If it works. There we go. And then it has me to fill out an application, right? Fairly simple, and then it's like I go to the next step. So this is a pretty good setup for a more complex product on to go from Instagram, right? But their goal is to sell, not necessarily to capture leads. So we're gonna go to one that's to capture leads. So we're gonna go to this guy called Millionaire Mentor. And this guy has, 2.5 million followers. He is big on Instagram, has a few programs out, so he knows what he's doing with stuff. And his is a lot simpler on how he goes about it. So we're gonna click on his link right here. And this is his page, this is his landing page. So I'm trying to scroll up, but this is all I see. And this is the page I'm going to show you how to build, because this can be very easily applied quickly to your niche, right? You don't have to come up with some long marketing system or process or sales system or product. You can easily do it with this. So what we see here is we see his logo, right? So it looks good. The page looks clean, but it's very simple. All it's asking for, it's telling us a big, colorful, contrasting headline, how I made $200,000 in the past 4 months using this one strategy, right? And you can apply the same kind of concept to any niche, any business that you're in. How I did blank in the past, in this time frame using what, right? By doing X. So how I grew my blog by 10,000 followers using this secret strategy, right? How I how I grow award-winning plants each year using this a special secret from my grandma or something like that, right? It's tempting, and people get pulled in by this, so they want to know. And so all they do is I'm gonna just show you guys an example. I'm gonna use a dummy email address, but so what you want to do when you find one that you like, you want to go and you want to put your information in, because you want to see what the next page is, and then you also want to be able to get access to what they're sending, so you know what kind of structure they're using, so you can just copy that. And by copy, I mean you can emulate it. Don't just copy exactly. Don't make this exact page, exact headline, because then that's stealing. You can't do that. But apply it to your niche. So I'm gonna hit Get Instant Access, because I want to discover what's on the next page, because I want to figure out what it looks like, right? And so what we have here is we have a free video reveals how you can test drive my $1,000 a day system today for only $1. So that's it. And then I'm just going to click this video to show you. And then it starts,
shouldn't life be an adventure?
And then it starts showing you a video.
All over social.
Right? So, and then it has this button, this delayed pop-up button, so you can go and you click this and you can go to an order form if you want, right? So I'm going to show you how to build this funnel. So I'm going to show you how to build that first opt-in page, then how to build this video page, and then how to then have the order form. Right, and it's really simple, and I'm going to go into that details. Now, one question that you might be having right now is, what does the video have to be about? And since this is a sales page, right, there's a particular marketing strategy that we're using here, but that's not necessarily as important for you. What the whole point of this is supposed to be a value-added content piece. So if someone opts in on that first page, they give you their name and their email, and then on the next page, what you want to give them is something valuable, as a way to say thanks for opting in, right? If you promise to tell someone the secret system, the secret strategies you use to make your cactuses grow really large, if that's your niche, I'm using an obscure niche just for to give an example, but if you're like, learn the secret trick that I use that I use to grow my cactuses 2 times bigger than any other cactus grower, right? Then on this next page, you need to tell them what you need to tell them the secret system that you use, give them that value, give them that training, whether it's it's in the video form, or sometimes this could be in the form of a download or something like that. You need to give them that value, right? So that's one of the key things. So no matter what it is, maybe it's like learn how I make my cupcakes look like teddy bears, right? The simple way I make my cupcakes look like teddy bears, if you're a cupcake person, or the simple way that I get discounts at hotels when I travel using social media, right? This can apply to a ton of different niches, because there's other people out there, especially people that follow you, that are interested in doing what you do, right? Or interested in your content. If you're a photographer, how I learn the secret behind this shot, and show a picture of like a landscape shot or whatever your type of photography is. Learn how I make this photo, right? And then give them a video where you're showing them behind the scenes how to make that photo. And then maybe the next step, right, which is beyond what I'm going to show you here, but the next step is maybe you have a course, maybe you are actually a coach, maybe you have a program that you want to sell, and maybe you just use it to get leads for businesses, for business, right? If you're a model, you can say, if you have a bunch of models following you, right, you can say, learn let me show you step by step how to perfect your runway walk. And just give me your email, name and email address, and I'll show you how to perfect your runway walk. And then you show them a video of how to walk correctly on the runway and give them that value. And people will opt in for that stuff because it's social media. They like you and they're following you for a reason. And especially if you're being genuine and giving them content that they want, they'll follow up with you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to build these landing pages so that you can make this yourself. And for those of you that stay to the end, or for those of you that watch this, I'm actually going to give you the funnel that we built today. So I'm going to build this to you in real time. This video, by the way, you're going to be watching. This video is recorded, but you're going to be watching it after it's been recorded. But I'm going to build this in real time. So so I'll show you how quick it is, and I'll actually I'll share the funnel with you, so that you can actually get it, and then you can just fill in your details and apply it to your business. Sound good? Cool. Let's get into it. So I'm just going to move this screen out of the way. And so I have a Google open here, and I actually want to go into a program called ClickFunnels. So if you don't know about ClickFunnels, and I'll give you the link to sign up. You can get a 14-day free trial with ClickFunnels, and it's what you use to build your landing pages. So there's other services out there, but ClickFunnels is the one I use. It's, in my opinion, the best one out there. Has a really good culture and support behind it, and it makes it so simple to build these funnels. Right? So if you don't have it already, you can go register for a 14-day free trial, and if you click, you can do that via the link below. Right? And so the other thing that you'll need is an autoresponder. So if you don't know what an autoresponder is, it's a tool. So you need ClickFunnels, Instagram, and an autoresponder to make this work. You can actually collect contacts via ClickFunnels as well, so you don't necessarily need one, but a lot of people start off with one because you can get autoresponders for free when you're first starting out. And the autoresponder in ClickFunnels, it raises the price of it. But an autoresponder, if you don't know, what it does is it allows you to organize the lists of your contacts, easily add new contacts to your list, and send mass emails out to people, to your list of contacts, depending on different characteristics. So maybe you have a list of people, and some of them have bought from you, some of them haven't, right? You can upload that into your autoresponder and separate them out and send them different messages. So it's a very powerful tool, and it makes marketing so much easier. It's really essential for if you're a blogger, if you run a business, if you want to do any sort of marketing. This is a tool that you need to have. So so here's how we're gonna do it. So you can pick from, there's MailChimp, there's Aweber, there's lots of different ones. You can go top 10. I'll just show you top 10. You have Aweber, you have MailChimp, you have iContact, Constant Contact, Infusionsoft, GetResponse. They're all similar, right? But you should do a little bit of research and figure out which one works best for you, your budget, and your business, right? So those are your autoresponders, but I'm going to focus in on ClickFunnels. So when you log into ClickFunnels, right, you can get a 14-day free trial to try this out. And the funnel I'm going to share with you guys, you'll need to have access to ClickFunnels to get it. But you can always look at the copy of it, look at this video, and build in another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to build a funnel. So what you want to do is once you get access to the account, you want to go to this funnels, and we're going to click on this button called Add New. And I'm doing this in the time they're seeing is how long it's going to take to do it. So Add New. And remember, we're going to build the Millionaire Mentors funnel. So you have 3 different options from here. And what we're going to do is we're going to collect emails, right? So we're going to collect emails. And we're just going to name this. I'm just going to name this Instagram, monetize Instagram funnel. And I'm just going to, and then you can put it in different groups if you have, so it makes it really easy. So I'm just going to put this in my Facebook ad secrets. There we go. It'd be good to be there. So now I'm going to click, build funnel. And so ClickFunnels knows the structure of this opt-in funnel, and they'll build it for you. So you see here, so this is what you get after it builds the funnel, right? This is what it shows you. So you see we have an opt-in page and a thank you page, and it allows you to select templates for both of those. So very, very simply, we can go and figure out what template we want to use. So since that first page is an opt-in, and I'll show you, I actually have the Millionaire Mentor, his page pulled up on my computer, and you can do that just by going to Instagram.com and then finding that profile. So this is what his page looks like on the desktop, right? But we want to make this look good mobile, right? So here's his page, right? And this is a simple opt-in form. So we're going to copy this type of page. So I'm going to go back to ClickFunnels, and let's find one that looks like that. So we have this one right here, looks very similar to it. This one looks similar as well, right? There's a few of them that are there, but you see there's a lot of different choices. So you can do stuff with books, you can do stuff with video, you can do a lot of different things, right? But we're going to keep this very simple to start because it doesn't need to be complex. Because remember, people are on their phones, so you don't need to make anything crazy. So let's just do this white one because that's what he has as well. I'll show you what this looks like, and then we can select it. So this is the preview of this funnel, right? That looks good enough. It looks close to what this guy has, right? And we're going to go from there. So it's not going to be exact to start out, but that's okay. So I'm just going to select this template. And then remember, he had the video page, right? He had the video, and so what I want to do is I want to add a new step here because he went from this opt-in to his video. So we're just going to do a content video here, right? Because we're not going to be selling anyone anything. In fact, actually, let me check the thank you page first before I go do that. So we want to deliver the content, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this template here because we're not going to try to sell anything. You can sell something, and I can show you how to do that, but with this we're just going to build the simple thank you page, right? And I can show you how you can sell something really easily, but with a different funnel. The only thing you would do is you'd add a sales page, and then you'd add an order form. So it would go opt-in, then a sales page, and then you would have an order form, right, if you want to sell something. But that's a little more complex than this. This is just we're going to get the people off of Instagram and onto our email list, so then we can wow them with our content and then eventually maybe ask for a sale, depending on what our business model is. So I'm just going to select this template right here. I'll show you how flexible this is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this tab so I can show you what his thank you page looks like on the desktop. And it can be a good thing to take screenshots if you're on your phone.
Should it?
To see what it looks like, but I'll show you how you can see what it looks like in ClickFunnels. So this is his. So now I have a copy of his thank you page, or this is his
Life being
video sales page, and then this is his opt-in page. So now I have templates, examples I can refer back to figure out how to do this. So I'm actually gonna move these over to the side of my screen, so you won't see them while I'm building this, but I'll see them so that I can piece this together. All right, so we're gonna opt in right here, and then I want to go to edit page. So remember, he essentially had a logo at the top, and then he had his headline. So I'm just going to type his headline exactly. How I made 200,000. And of course you can put your own headline in here. And I'm going to do something. I'm going to make his capitalized. His wasn't capitalized. I can show you, right? That's his. So 200K in the past 4 months using this one strategy. And then he had a subheadline on here, so I'm going to make that as well. Subheadline. It's easier than you think. Easier than you think. Right? So notice I want to make this bigger. So there's a trick that you can use, and I forgot to do this up front, but you can actually edit this whole page and see what it looks like on your mobile phone, so that so that you're making sure that's optimized for mobile, which is really important because most people on Instagram are going to be looking at the page on their cell phone, right? So you want to have it be optimized for mobile, so it doesn't matter as much about desktop, right? So one thing that I want to do is I want to figure out what size font that he was using. So I use a tool. There's a couple ways you can do this, but a quick and easy tool is called Font, right here. And it doesn't always work, but a lot of times it can tell me what type of font he has. So he has a sans serif size 48 and bold. And then what size is this one right here? That's size 16, right? And I may click here. It doesn't show me. But you can also look at it if you go into inspect the page, and we can find the portion of the page that it's on. I need to make this. Right, we can just scroll down and highlight the page, and there's probably other tools here. Right, we see that's an image that he's using there. We can see what his columns look like. So we can completely deconstruct this page. So see how this is blue? Just click this arrow, and you can just scroll down until you find the section that you want. Right, that looks like this is the one we want. Click that arrow again. We can just keep doing that and figure out, what the, here we go, right here. There's his headline: how I made 200K in the past 4 months using this one strategy. Right, and it's easier than you think. And then you can look and see like what it actually is on more of these tools. So that's why you can get a structure of the page. So here's where we go. We have text line center, font weight bold. It gives us the color right here. We know it's font size 48, line height 51, margin 0, padding. So it gives us all these details of the page. Now, if you're not a coder, that's all right. You don't need to be, because we can build that all out here. So I'm going to move this back over. So we can build that all out here. So I'm going to make this 48, like he had it. And I want to make this a different color. And you can choose whatever color suits you. And we can choose whatever font. I mean, I like this font, but it can be, it can be whatever color you want, but we're gonna make that red like his. It doesn't have to be exact, right? It does not have to be exact, but you can make it exact if that's what you want. And make this 16. It's easier than you think. So that is that. I want to change the color of this button because we want this button also to be a high contrast button. So blue can work. I like something, red can work as well. There's an orange color that I can't find on here. But what we can do here is just go best button colors for landing pages for conversion. Green, orange, or yellow. Let's just click here. Just a quick Google search. And what we're looking for is, we're going to see if this website shows us what the color codes are. Let's check this one. Just scroll down. Green versus red. I can't find it. That's all right. We don't need to waste too much time on it. But I want to go to an orange color. And you can just play around with the colors. If you know the color codes, then you can type those in. I obviously don't know the code off the top of my head, the code I want to use, but I want to use an orange. I want to use a bright colored orange. That looks all right. That looks all right. Okay, so now we have that. Now you want to put whatever your brand is. He didn't have his on there, but we're going to put whatever yours is. I'm trying to put Dylan and Bradley. Dylan and Bradley, right here. All rights reserved. You can put a copyright and all that stuff here. if you want, and that just protects you. Then we need an image. So you notice he had his logo, so we want to add that to this page. So what I'm going to do here is go up here, and if you notice, there's different colors. So that I'm highlighting. So green is sections, and that's the biggest one, and then blue is your rows and columns, and then orange is your elements. So blue is within green, and orange is within blue. So that can help you. So what I want to do is I want to add a new element here, and I'm going to delete these other ones. I'm going to do an image element. And I'm going to delete this by just hitting delete. 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 Okay. And then I want to make this an image. So I'm going to go here and find a logo that I have. And so I can store all my images in here. And if I wanted to, I could take his logo and I can make that on this page, but I'm just going to put this one right here, 2K Social. Right now, you notice how they're kind of spaced out, and you want this to be all on one page, all close together. So what we're going to do here is go up to Settings, and there's padding, and we can actually reduce the amount of padding between these sections, right? And we can also reduce it from the top if we wanted, because you don't need to have a ton of padding up there. Now we can do the same thing for this. There's margins, so if I increase the margin, see how it goes down, put that back to 0, and the padding, that's pretty low. Okay, so then we want to check what we have going on here. What is their top margin? We can just make that 0 so they're close. And then do we have much padding? We can make this padding to where it's less, right? Because it doesn't need to be very fancy there. All right, we can also change the background. Say I wanted this background to be different, I could change that, but it doesn't necessarily have to. All right, so let me just show you what it looks like on the desktop. That's what it looks like on the desktop. So this looks weird. So what I'm going to do here is I want this to be small, and I can actually make it extra small. There we go. Now it's within that. Now let's make sure that translates over good to the phone. Looks good on the phone, right? And one thing is we want this to be above the fold. So if we remember what was going on the phone, let's see here. Let me go back to, I'm going to take a screenshot on my phone. See if I can pull up that test page back up. There we go. Put this up here. I go to my Instagram. So that's what that page looked like on his phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of this, just so we can make sure that it looks good on the phone. I'm going to go back to his first page. I'm going to leave the link. All right, and that's what his first page looks like on the phone. Cool. So now we know what it, now we know exactly what it looks like on the phone. Yes, you can follow the link. Okay. All right. So what I want to do, I want to make this text a little bit smaller, and we're going to preview this just so we know. So we had 4 lines, this one strategy. Let's see if we can make this exact. And let's see if this translates. So all we're going to do is we can hit save for right now. And we're just going to call this Instagram monetization opt-in. And we can put different image, we can put URLs here, we can put like your name, like so I put my name here, Dylan Bradley, right? Keywords with it. You can put an image here if you wanted, things like that. So we're going to save this, and we want to see what this looks like before, real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit preview. And this is what it'll look like, right? Like this. I made 200,000 in the past 4 months using this strategy, right? And so that's how that page, if we want to look at the desktop, so this is how it looks like on the desktop. So that's this page right here. We could, and one thing I can do is add a background. So if you notice, he has this textured background. So I'm going to go up here to settings, and we can add a different background we wanted. So click this image, and we go over here to background images. And so there's different features on here that we can use, right? I mean, you can pick, this is actually the one he has, and we can change the, no, repeat. This is one like he has. We can change that. I don't like the way the background looks. So you can play around with the background as much as you want to find one that likes. You can upload your own photos if you'd like as well. Some of these can be tough to see. That's just a plain white background. But you can upload your own stuff as well. You can I can make this stand out if I wanted to make this pop more. We can give it a drop shadow. Wanted to, or an inner shadow, whatever one we want. We can, if we can give it a drop shadow so it looks like it's raised up, right? You can give it borders and things like that. So that's how I can mess around with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this page right here, and then the one thing that you want to make sure, this is where I talked about the email autoresponders, is we want our integrations page. So you have to integrate your autoresponder with ClickFunnels, but here's what we do. You just go here and make sure, you want to make sure this integrations page, it'll be green when it's correct. So we can go here, we can just select the integration. And so get response is an autoresponder I use. I also have the built-in one, which is called Actionetics for ClickFunnels. Click on that. And then we just want to say add to list, because that's going to, when they submit this form, their contact information is going to be added to an email list, so I can talk to them before. So I'm just going to go add to, I'm just going to add to this one, the certification list. Right, you can build out your own list if you want. Let's see here. I actually want to fix this using this one strategy. That looks all right. And I want to make this bigger. And we can see how it looks. We'll be able to see how it looks on mobile because I'll test it. Let's just make it, let's do 44 and see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Right, so headline, can save this. Right, so now we can go to our settings. We know we're integrated. Other things to check are this button. So we want to go here, and I can just click on the settings there, and we want to make sure the action is set. We can change the text on here, right? But the one thing is submit form and go to the next page. That's one of the best ones. You can have pop-ups like I showed you in mine, but this is very simple here. And then you want to make sure these fields right here, we want to check those, and we want to say they're required. And we want to say that, you know, see how this one says name, input type is name. You can select from other ones, but we want full name, right? You can even just say first name as well, into your first name. And so we can say that here, to your first name. And just a tip, the fewer fields you have, the less resistance you'll have for people to sign up. So if you have typically the only field you really need is the email address. So if you can get by with just having an email address, then that's all you need, right? You don't necessarily need to have a name to it. So that's just a tip for you guys. And if we wanted to, I notice his background's a little gray. We can change the background color. We can make ours gray. Now it's black, but we can change it. Yeah, there we go. Right, and that's your page. That's your opt-in page. Your logo, your headline, and then your opt-in form. It's so simple, right? We made that pretty quickly, and part of this, the reason why it wasn't like super rapid fire, I'm explaining this for you guys and making sure you get it. So what we're gonna want to do is we can preview this page again, just to see what it looks like. All right, we got some weird background to it, but that's all right. Don't need to worry too much about that right now. Okay, so we're gonna go back. So I'm just gonna, all I'm gonna do is make sure, again, if you're always worried, just make sure you hit save, and then let's go back to, we're gonna go back to this exit page. And there's actually a cool feature that I can show you how you can use Facebook pixels to see who goes, and you can create lists of who visits your Instagram. And that might be another training that I give you guys. So if you're interested in learning how to pixel this audience, then let me know, and I'll show another training to show you how you can pixel everyone that views your pages and retarget them with ads. Also, how you can build custom audiences based upon your Instagram. So if you think that'd be cool, let me know. So here's what we're gonna do. So now we're on a thank you page. So I'm just gonna hit edit. And remember, this is the page that we want this to look like, right? So this is the image, free video reveals, then how you can drive my $1,000 a day system today for only $1 plus a video, and then start your trial. This is just a button. And I think I can actually save this image, right? So I can save this image so we can get this exact same thing. Oh, this is the order page. This is the order page for it. So now you know what this looks like. But we can always, and I can show you how to build this order page another time. So I'm gonna go back.
Should it?
I don't want that there. Okay, I'm gonna move this back over here so I can look at it while I'm making it. And I'm gonna close this as our preview page from before. All right, so here's what we have. Now it's a little different. So what I want to do is I want to change a few things up. So I want to, if you see, I'm going to decrease that margin, and then I'm also going to increase the size of this. We're going to make this a full page. So this is what everything looks like. And we're also going to take this section and we're going to put it up here. So we just have, and I'm going to delete this box down here. So now we just have one page. All right, so if we preview this, it should just be one page. Oh, well, it's small. That's all right. It doesn't matter too much. That kind of formatting doesn't matter a ton. I guess I could have started with a blank page for the thank you, but that's all right. So here's what we're gonna go to. This is gonna be our headline. So I'm gonna change this to free video reveals. Free reveals. This is our sub-headline. So I'm going to make this how you can test drive my $1,000 a day. And again, you can put whatever you want, right? 1,000 plus a day system today for only $1. And the trick is that the marketing tactic this guy's using is that you sign up for $1, and then it's a continuity plan. So after a month, then you get signed up for whatever the normal price is, right? So let's just make this 34. Oh, that's too big. Make it 20. Let's make it 28. And you can play around with the size of the text that you want. 24. We can make this. We can make this one red, like the one before. I gotta text color, make it red. Preview reveals. Now there's one thing missing. It's the icon. It's the image. So we're gonna click this. And so if you get things out of order like this, we can just put that. We can just click on it and drag it, which is super powerful and it's super easy too. So we gotta find that same icon. So you want it to be consistent. So this is what we want. I want to change this image size because that's way too big. Let's just make it 200. It's a little small. Let's make it 400. That looks all right. We can make it, I'll make it 300. 300, right? One thing is these are kind of touching really close, so I'm just gonna put a little margin in there, right? So then what we need to do here is we need to add a video. So I want to add a video. So we just go to video, and there's our video. Right? And I want to change the size of this video. And so you can do different types of videos. So there's YouTube, which you just upload unlisted videos. You can take their URLs. Or there's Wistia, and there's other different types of ones. Wistia is good. You have to pay for it, but you can track how long someone watches your video, which is powerful because then you know if someone only watches 10 seconds of your video on this page, you know you're not drawing them in enough, right? So you can understand where you need to strengthen your argument in your video or where you need to be more entertaining and things like that. But for now, I'm just going to say YouTube because it's the simplest. And all you do is you come here and you want to have autoplay on. And then you want to have branding off. You can turn the controls off if you want, but I leave them on. It's all right. And we can also change the size of the video. So I'm going to do 3/4 width. So it's not taking up the whole entire page. And we can actually make this whole section right here, make this section smaller as well. So instead of, let's see if we can make this one width. Here we go. We can make this section smaller if we wanted. So actually, let's go back real quick, and I'll show you something we can do. So I'm going to make this video. Go back here, and instead of making it 3/4 width, I'll make it full width because that's relative to this section. And I'm just going to make the section. I'm just going to make the section a little smaller, right? Because it doesn't need to be massive. Because when we look at this, we want this all to be above the fold. So we want this to be seen immediately when they go to when they open the tab, when they open the new tab, we want it to be above their page. So we need to check the padding. So we're going to reduce this padding right here. So now see how that moves up on the page. So my screen, the size is a little different, but when we open this on your browser, it should be mostly above the fold here. One thing is just make sure you save. And we're just going to call it Instagram monetization. Station. Video page. Okay. So now we have our logo, we have the headline in there, we have the sub headline, we have the video. So what we want to do is we want to we don't need to have this divider here. You can play around with the aesthetics, but we want to change what this button says. Now if we're just giving them video content, then this button you can make it say whatever you want. You don't necessarily need a button. The button's there to take them to another page, right? So maybe you can say download this video if you want, or you can say join my Facebook group, which is a good one. So let's just say join my Facebook group. Join my Facebook group. Because they've already subscribed. So if you're a blogger, they've already subscribed to your blog. So then if you say join my Facebook group, then you can get on your Facebook group as well, right? And you could also send them an email with the video in there. And we can make this thing pop up, set action, to go to a URL. So this is the URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my Facebook, whatever URL you want to send them to, and I'm going to go to my groups. And I'm going to go to groups again, social marketing hacks. Hey guys, you're in this group. Just copy that URL, and you can just paste this URL. Just get rid of that pound sign, the hashtag sign. And one thing I like to say is open in a new tab or window. The reason being is because when you do one of these things where they open in a new tab or window, then they still have your page open. So how many times have you guys been on your phone or on your computer and went back to a page that you left before, and you went back and it was still open, right? So if you, for this kind of thing, you can have it open in a new tab, because then they can always refer back to your page, right? Or maybe they just scroll through their phone, they're like, oh, I didn't know this page was still open, and is still open. So I wouldn't do that page. So join my Facebook group. We can also change this icon if we wanted to. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to make this actually delay. So say your video is 5 minutes long. We can make this button delay so we can do fade in, and we can have by the amount of time you want them to watch your video, so they're not distracted by this button. So if I want someone to, so if I have a 5 minute long video and I want someone to watch my entire video, I will make this button show up at 5 minutes, right? And one thing to keep in mind is that, and I can make it 5 minutes and 33 seconds long, and So the animation type is on page load. We're going to say none. Okay, so one thing is that this button, the timer, is related to how long they're on this page, not necessarily how long the video is playing. That's why for the video we selected autoplay, so they'll typically start watching the video as soon as they get on the page. So then the button time is about the same time, is the same time you want them to see it for the video. So this is good. This delay is really good if you're selling something and you want them to really listen to what you have to say before they go on to buy or before they're distracted. It's good for that. It's also good, like in this case where I have them to join my Facebook group. I want them to watch the video content first, and then they can join. I don't want them to join right away and not get the content they signed up for. Of course, I'll send them a link to this in an email. Right, that's where your autoresponder can come into play. Another thing that we're going to do here is we can say share with your friends. So this is a good. I'm going to make sure that's. There we go. Say share with your friends, and you have this share button, these share buttons, and again we can put my brand on here as well. So I'm just trying to consolidate these. I don't need two rows right here. So I'm going to space these out just a little bit. Again, just come over here. You can change the margin, and this can be some of this stuff can be just personal preference, right? So don't worry too much. So share this video, share this. Whatever, this video. Video with your friends, right? And what we can do is we need to put in a share URL here. We can change the themes, right? If we don't want the colors, we can make it look like that if we want, maybe. But we need to get a URL. So the URL that you want to put is the URL of the first page of your funnel. So what we're going to do is save this. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to exit this. It's saved. I'm going to come here to this opt-in page. I'm going to copy this link. That's the link to your funnel right there, right here. I'm going to go to the thank you page. And I'm going to go to edit page. Down here to this guy. And just put the URL right here. So this means when they share it, it shares that first page, so anyone who sees it has to opt in still. One more thing I want to do is I want to go to settings here. I don't need any integrations because no one's signing up for anything. But one thing I want is to, let's check out general. So I will come over to general settings, and what I want to do is this button that says search engines. I want to hide this page from search engines because I don't want people to come and find this page just by typing into Google. I want them to opt into my page. So just hiding that from search engines, and that's the page, right? This is the simple page, and so all you do when you get this page, I mean, we can preview it to see what it looks like.
So you want to start generating leads for your business.
So in order to get your video in there, you have to go to your YouTube and put the link of your YouTube video into this video. But this is what the page looks like. So all you have to do really is just change your headline and logo and video, and you're pretty much good to go. The one thing that I wanted to is just change this brand. So Dylan M. Bradley. And you want to make sure that you can link these to your terms of services. So you just can highlight this and put a hyperlink in here to wherever your terms of services is at. You can just do that. So that's a way you can do that. Other than that, the page is built. So I'm actually going to do a run through and show you what this looks like. Exit here, and you can change this link so it doesn't say insta.social.clickfunnels. That's the account I signed up with for ClickFunnels. You can actually add domains to these funnels, and one of the easiest way to do that is settings. You have to have the domain installed, but if you have it, then you can just go here and just click it and put the domain there, and then make sure you go down to save. So we'll see if this domain works. I haven't fully set up this one, but in order to test and see if it works, you can just copy this domain, right? And then new incognito window if you have Chrome, so that you don't have any existing cookies or anything like that to test the page. So this domain isn't set up correctly for the custom domain. So I'd want to take that one off. Let's try this one. I have several in here, and sometimes you need to go in and update a few settings for them to work. So again, just copy this. And I'm going to show you this on my Instagram. Boom. There we go. So that domain works there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have this over here. I'm going to show you on my Instagram how we can do this, how I can test this, right? You're going to be putting this link in your profile on your Instagram. So you want to make sure it tests and looks good. So the quick way to do this is I'm going to show you on my screen myself. Let's see here. All right. There we go. I'm going to go to my profile. And then so you want to go to this gear icon right here, or hit edit profile. And see, this is my current link, themodelmarketer.com. And I'm just going to type in this link, whatever it is. So I'm going to OEQ Life. And that's the custom domain. You can change the path of that as well. So it doesn't say this opt-in 153.72990. Okay. So we want to see if this page works. So I'm going to click on it. And there's the page, right? So here's what we have. We have the 2K social. Is how I made 200,000 in the past 4 months using this one strategy. Hint, it's easier than you think, right? So I'm just going to opt in right here. Dylan, and then this is my test email address. So I'm doing this all, this is all live. So we're about an hour in. Boom. And then there's the page, and then there's the video, right? So, and if I wanted to share this, let's just click on Facebook. And then I can share this to Facebook, right? I can say something about it. I can share it to a group, right? I can find our group that we're in, and I could do social marketing hacks. That's us, right? And I can say whatever I wanted about it. Now, the one thing that I can do, so that's the page, right? So that's pretty cool, right? The one thing that I could do, so when you saw that I shared it, is I want to give it an image, just so it looks good. So I just can go to this SEO metadata. I can give it a description here, opt-in page, whatever I wanted, page, and then I can just do an image URL. And I can just pick whatever image. I'll just pick a photo of myself. So when I share it, this is the image that pops up. Instagram monetization opt-in page. So you see my face there, and just hit save. And that's it. That is how you build the funnel. And then one thing that you can see is you can come over here to see stats, so you can track how many people actually visit your page and how many opt in. So these are the visits. And one thing is you will get some visits from your own computer, your own IP address, right? But these are like how many people visit and how many people can. And so it records the opt-in rate of your page. So if you have an opt-in rate off of cold traffic, unsolicited traffic of over 20%, that's great, right? That's really good. You can see what contacts you get here. So it's easy. See, Dylan, that's the one I signed up with, my email address. So ClickFunnels stores that for you. And that's your simple opt-in page that you can use on Instagram. I recommend you use this type of page on Instagram because it's so simple, it's easy, it's quick to do, and it immediately allows you to start turning your followers into subscribers and paying customers. So that is the funnel. Now what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to give you this funnel, but you need ClickFunnels. So I have and below this video, or on the post of this video, what I'm going to have is I have an affiliate link to ClickFunnels. And so you can sign up for a 14-day free trial. And if you do that, what I want you to do is message me, say, hey, I just signed up with your affiliate link. Can I have a copy of the funnel? And I'll send you the funnel. So if you think this can work for you for your Instagram, I definitely think you should get on this and apply it, because if you want to grow your account, those are all people that are coming to your page every single day, and that you want to give them a chance to maybe buy something or sign up for your other, for your blog or your business, or become a lead that you can call. There's lots of things you can do with this, but this is just a simple start that you can do. So with that, this concludes the Instagram training. So hopefully this was very helpful for you guys. Hopefully you're able to follow along and use this page for your account. And then it'd be awesome if you get ClickFunnels. Let me know, and I will send you this funnel for free. And I'm also doing a special training program for anyone who signs up with my link. They're going to get a special offer for a ClickFunnels coaching program. So I haven't finalized the offer, but it's going to teach you how to do everything, how to set it up, so you can be like, hey Dylan, I don't understand this ClickFunnels thing, or I don't understand how to set up my landing page, or I don't understand how to do the domain. Can you help me? And I'll be able to help you out. So that is the offer at the end. And thank you guys for attending. Hopefully this was very helpful. And please let me know if you have any questions, and definitely let me know if you enjoyed the training. So with that, take care and have a great day.